it would just feel real.
There was a lot of times, I totally agree, that I was like, I didn't know what was real versus fake.
Yeah.
Well, the KBM fan day, like we both were like, okay, what's real, what's fake right now?
Wait,
Because
can we actually talk about that?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to give you my side, and then I want to know your side.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm Samantha Busch, and this is another episode of Certified Oversharer. So you've heard me talk about it on past podcasts. I did a whole whopping 1 season of a reality show called Racing Wives. And today, for the first time ever, I have half the cast here. We have Whitney, Mariel, and Amber coming in to tell you all the behind-the-scenes drama that didn't make it on screen. So get ready. This one is wild. On today's episode of Certified Oversharer, I have part of the cast of Racing Wives. Hello, girls. Thank you for coming on of our whopping 1 season of reality show fame. But it has been 6 years, but I don't know about you guys, but people still stop and ask when the next season's coming. And I'm like, guys, we got canceled. Was it not obvious?
Yes, but they never told us that it was canceled.
No,
they never confirmed
crazy.
the cancellation.
They just ghosted us.
No, finally I was like, guys, it's been 3 years. Are we break up with me or not?
I was just wondering if season 2 is coming on. Like my wardrobe's ready. So I thought a fun way to start this would be to play a game of Never Have I Ever, Racing Wives edition. Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. And thank you to our sponsor, Big Rack, for providing the liquor so that this will be an even more unfiltered conversation. All right, girlies. We'll start easy. Never have I ever used filming as an excuse to get out of plans. I did all the time.
Yeah.
It was so long ago, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I always use that as an excuse. I was like, oh, sorry, we're filming. I can't. And like, literally, we weren't.
I know.
But our days were really long when we
No, they
filmed.
were like 14-hour days.
Yes.
So long, but so sporadic.
And then they would use like a whopping 3 minutes, and you were like,
Yes.
Right? I didn't realize how far they had to drive, too, because I'm 1 hour and 33 minutes from you.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley was an hour.
Yep.
I was in Cornelia, so yeah, I was
You were
far
kind
too.
of,
Yeah.
you were between Ashley and I, but yeah, it was a hike for everyone.
North Carolina is so spread out. There's not like one pop-in place to be.
Right.
Yeah.
There's too many pop-in places.
Yeah.
Because we're not even near Charlotte.
Yeah.
Like, we're an
at
hour
all.
from Charlotte.
Yeah.
No.
Same for us.
All right, so we all did that one. Oh, never have I ever, well, this relates to the podcast, but I don't know if I said that. Never have I ever said something on camera that my spouse or significant other begged me not to say. Kyle's so used to me being so unhinged that I feel like he was probably like, obviously. All right. Never have I ever Googled myself after an episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I probably.
Yeah. I just remember, do you guys remember watching them as they came out and your
my
stomach
God,
was like
no.
in knots?
It was
the worst.
terrible.
I had never finished it.
No.
I would never
No.
finish it, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. I was like, well, this is what it is.
Yeah. And you couldn't change it. They said you could, but you couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do want to, before we keep going with our game, explain that to people. So a lot of us had editing rights.
Right.
Or so they said.
Yeah.
But they would like fight you on them so hard that I was like, we don't actually have a lot of editing rights.
No, that's a lie. Yeah. So if you're out there in the reality world, if it's in your contract, it's really not. They still have like final say.
Yeah.
That was hard because there was a lot of parts that I was like, no, like we discussed not
Yes.
adding that, and then they made it. But we can get into that.
Yeah. And they also, there's a lot of things that you didn't know, like that would be set up previously.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Girl,
So
we're
it's
getting
like-
into that.
Yes. And then out of context too.
Yeah.
Like,
Completely.
Yes, that was. I mean, we need to get into all this.
Yeah.
All right, couple more. Never have I ever been sad that another wife had a bigger storyline than I did.
no,
I
never
really
said.
wasn't sad.
No.
By the time we were like,
We
whoo.
were like, who praise God? Wasn't us.
There were some days that you're like, please make somebody else do it, please.
know.
Especially when they wanted the drama and they would
Oh
be
my
like,
gosh.
oh, so and so said that, but we'll get into all this.
Yeah.
All right, two more. Never have I ever been tipsy in a sit-down interview. I refused.
Yeah,
Well, that explains a lot.
Girl time. We were like, yes.
My favorite still quote of yours during an interview was like, you don't put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari or something.
Yeah.
That is like one thing I was like, that was my favorite.
Oh, I love it.
And last one, never have I ever eye rolled at something another cast member said. Come on.
Yeah. Let's get real.
We ain't gonna say who.
I mean, we might by the end of the podcast. So, all right, let's dive into it because I don't know about you guys, but I don't remember half the show. I think it's like trauma block.
It is.
100%.
It is.
Yeah.
But I think we need to start because everybody asked how the show came to be. And so, Whitney, it came from you.
Yes. Okay. So I used to write everyone back in my DMs, and it was like it was a wedding show actually. And they were like, "Hey, you know, we want to get like one couple from each sport and do a wedding show." So we're like, okay, cool. Well, they wanted to meet with me and Austin, but he could never do it. He was always so busy. So finally, I was like, look, me and my best friend, like, she's my maid of honor. Talk to us. And so I don't know how we got into NASCAR, but the first episode, well, not episode, but the first thing with me and you, she was like, okay, scratch this show. Like, this is the show. We want this show.
And you guys filmed a bunch before I even came into the picture, right?
Yes.
You girls are my favorite part of the show. I thought
Wait.
you guys were so funny.
Okay, so then, yeah, we all agreed to do it. But then people still dropped like flies because my thing was a lot of the husbands then had an issue with it.
Yes.
So I remember that happening. And that's how then Amber got, because then they were like, who else is related to racing that's like not a wife or like, you know, and so then I was like, well, I know this female driver, and that's how we called Amber.
And we had just connected because you were genuinely interested in
Yes, we
having
went
me
to
race.
Panera Bread.
Having me race for KBM because I had just won a big race, and she reached out to me. I'm like, this is so cool. Samantha Busch reached out to me, and then I did some modeling for your boutique.
And I was like,
and
hey,
then she's
join
like,
a
I have an
reality show.
opportunity. Yeah, and she's like, I think it'll help you get sponsors, help you get exposure. And at this time, I was so broke that I was like, exposure, sponsors, I can pay my rent. Like, absolutely, sign me up.
And speaking of, you've been killing it.
I know. I want to talk all about that after this. It's been
thank you.
awesome.
Do you want to hear a story of how broke I was on the show and what I did to
We
finesse?
would love to hear
Okay. So you know how we got our hair and makeup done and we had like media week and all that kind of stuff. So we had allocated budgets for hair and makeup, right? Yes. And I said, could I actually put that budget towards wardrobe instead? And they said, sure. So I did my own hair, my own makeup. And then I went to Neiman Marcus. I bought the most expensive blazer I could. I wore that for media day. And then I went back and I returned it. And that's how I paid my rent that month.
Oh my God. Won't he do it though?
Listen, that's baller
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
That's
right.
what you do.
Like, but
That's very crafty.
that was the position I was in. Like, I was like, because we didn't get paid till way after, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so broke. Like, I need to figure out how to pay my rent this month. And then so I just finagled it, and that's how I ended up paying my rent that month.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy. So then, all right, they want to talk about it, and I want to talk about this. That was the most staged reality show.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
It drove me nuts. So I remember sitting down with the producers so many times and being like, okay, there's real drama in our lives. Like, one big thing was, remember, Kurt was switching teams. Like, that was huge. You were trying to find sponsors. There was a lot going on for you guys. And I was like, let's talk about that. And all they wanted was the girl drama.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm probably jumping ahead, but
Yes. That always felt really unfair.
Yes.
This was the one thing that really stuck out to me.
Yes.
Was that, so for example, they all gave us different times to show up to set. So for example, they told you guys to get there around 3:45, but then told me to get there at like 6 o'clock. So do you remember when we were all having lunch one day, like I come rolling in and I was just told a later date than everybody else, but the storyline was I was just so drunk the night before that I couldn't wake up and come to the dinner. And I was like, wait, what? Like, how did we concoct this just for me getting a different call time? Like, that's not even...
I bet you that's what happened at the lunch too. Now thinking about that, so you know, I went to bat for you all.
I know.
Yes,
you
we
called
remember
me.
that.
Got yelled at
Yeah.
by a producer. Okay, so the background story is they had told me when we were gonna go to Chicago because they would kind of like let us all in on different scenes.
Yeah.
But I've learned now, especially talking with like Trish and Ashley, that like you said, they told us all
different things.
Yeah.
Very different things.
And they pinned us against each other too.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
they really manipulated every situation.
Yeah.
And I want to like talk about that because I don't think people realized.
don't.
So what they had said in passing was that it was supposed to be Chicago. We were all going to meet for drinks somewhere, and then you were going to be drunk.
Oh my gosh.
And all I remember,
Oh my gosh.
They just want to get us drunk on this. That's
Whitney,
what they want to
right?
Yeah,
and
you
I was
told me.
like, hey, FYI, this is what I've heard. Like, I don't think that's going to be a good look. I think it's going to be bad.
Yes.
And then I don't know what
We
happened.
quit the show.
Yeah, we quit. Remember?
Nobody knows that. Half
Oh, yeah,
no,
we-
y'all
yes.
knew that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
We
forgot.
quit the
about
It
show
was
halfway
over all
through.
of this because it was just too much.
And then I got yelled at. Big time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah, I remember
Sorry,
that.
sis.
So the producers came to KVM and they said they wanted to have a sit down and they were like, it's your fault they quit the show and we spent all this money and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I just think it's like manipulation. And there's so
Yes.
many, I kept telling them, I'm like, there's so many real drama storylines. Like,
Yeah.
why don't we just see what happens naturally? And
Yeah.
they were so mad. Like, one of the producers stormed out, and then they told me it was on me to get the show back, or like it was gonna be against my contract. It was like this huge mess. Huge mess. So you guys quit for a hot minute.
Yes.
I just thought that they were like, okay, these are the storylines that we see. Because I did tell somebody, I was like, I always felt like we had to play a role.
Yeah.
Like, I always felt like
Yes.
I had to be buttoned up, and Ashley had her role, and I just felt like everybody had this character, but then it just got. So can we please talk about the dinner?
Please.
Oh my gosh. The dinner.
Did you guys know it was gonna lead to that? Like,
No.
No.
What did
not
you
at
So I
all.
think we have to set the scene for people who haven't watched the show 6 years
set
ago.
the scene.
I vaguely remember it was at Ashley's house. It was that she was hosting like a dinner with a bunch of girls in NASCAR. So Trish was there, Jordan was there, Jordan's friend, all of us. I think that was,
And yeah, just then us. Yeah.
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 and I wonder if that's when they gave you a late call time because we all were there way before you guys.
Yeah.
They did.
They did. We weren't aware of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Now we
then
are.
Yeah.
they kept
We
just
figured.
telling us that you guys were behind, but it was like 2 hours behind. So like by the time you guys got there, we were
We had
all
no
We
idea.
have no idea.
we were all like annoyed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because we were like,
Oh my god.
Because we also had car services to pick us up
They-
and take us places. We had a car service that night.
yeah,
So we showed up when they.
yeah.
Yes.
Then we showed up hours before. But I think that's what they wanted. They wanted us to be annoyed with you guys to start by being late.
Yeah.
Because so that was part of it. And then I remember the dinner scene was at Ashley's. And then they brought out the fishbowl. You did an impression of Ashley.
Oh gosh.
No, it was too good.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Now I remember.
Wait, do it again. Do it again.
No. Oh my god. No. I love her so much.
I know. And that's the whole thing. That was the whole thing.
Wait, and we still have to talk about our drama
I
that
know.
day.
See, we were the closest with Sam and Ashley
that's
on the
what
track
sucks
with the
so
wives.
bad.
And so, like, we kind of made a pact. We made a pact. We were like, let's just do this thing.
Yes.
Like, towards the middle.
Yes. Yes. If there was like a role to be played.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But okay, so the fishbowl went around. We did celebrity crushes. If we weren't married to our husbands, what other driver would we marry? We all
Yes,
picked Jimmy
yes.
Johnson to be safe. Remember
Yes,
that? We're like,
yeah.
Jimmy Johnson sounds pretty safe.
Yes.
There you go. And then it was do an impression.
Ashley, it's so crazy because I feel like looking back on that, it felt like we were just like acting and having fun. And then
Yeah.
I looked up and I was like, huh. I was like, uh-oh. I was like, uh-oh. No, that's really what happened. I was like, oh no.
And I didn't hear it. I did not
you were
hear
thinking
it.
about
And
Kevin
I was
Hart.
like, oh God, I was like, hope I answered that right.
Oh my gosh.
Do it again.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I don't know if I can anymore, guys. I really don't. I don't know if I can do that anymore.
My frontal lobe is developed.
I know, the frontal lobe developed.
No, come on. You were like, what did you say? You're like, oh, there's a house next door for sale. It's so expensive.
Oh, that's right. Wait a minute.
Okay, so I have to bring myself back
yeah,
to
go
this
back to it. I remember
because
now.
they were really pinning me and Ashley against each other.
Yes.
They pinned you and Ashley and then
Yes.
us
Yes,
versus
because
each
they
other.
wanted me and Ashley to like start
Starting
hanging
alliance
out.
and
Yeah.
then you guys be friends. But it really was because I'm pretty sure they told us that y'all were mad at us when before we even
Yes,
came into the
yes,
house.
yeah.
They were like, they're really upset with you guys. And we were like, for what?
They were like, your outfits. Everything was always
Yes,
surrounded by
and always our
And we were like,
outfits.
Well,
oh.
it was really because you guys showed up 2 hours late because they
Oh
made
my
you
gosh.
show up 2 hours late.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
we were all sitting there, we're like, do, and they're like, oh, you know them, and like just like fed into it. But see, that's the part of talking about this that like,
yeah, you don't know
6
these
years
things.
later, I didn't know that you guys had a later call time. They told us you guys just were late.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Oh, but yeah, then you did the impression of Ashley, and that was
I did.
It was really good.
I know,
it
but
was
I love
pretty-
you,
it was
Ashley, so much,
good.
and you know
we
that.
love you, Ashley.
Yeah.
But
We
love you
that's
so
the funny
much.
part is we all got along. I
We
mean,
did.
Yeah, I do think the times have changed since,
Yes.
like
It
back
has.
then
wait,
till
when
now.
I got in the sport in 2008, that was
You were the
Scary.
only one too
Yes.
that would
That would
like
branch
you
out.
break the
Yeah.
norm.
Well, it was scary. Like when we first
Yeah.
entered in the sport, I need to bring Laura Boyer on one day because we have some stories. Like
it's crazy.
there were, it was scary. Like it was like some mean girl vibes, and
Yeah.
then like Kyle back then was just so rowdy and like didn't give a shit, so nobody liked me. So I think that's why I was always
Yeah.
like, it's okay, guys. Like,
Yes. Yeah. It was rough. I mean,
Yeah.
it was rough.
But that was funny. So at that dinner, and this is something I want to clarify because there are still to this day, like when I'll do like a meet and greet at the track, the people will be like, you know, you were really mean to Whitney. And I was like,
no.
so do you remember we sat across from each other and the whole storyline because you were the monster girl transitioning to the wife and it was always about your outfits.
Yes.
Like, and so remember you looked at me and you're like, just tell me something like not to wear it. And I was like, and we like practiced it. I don't think
Yes.
people know that we like looked at each other and you're like, no, say it like this.
Yes.
And I was like,
See, that was the part that, because like it literally felt like we were acting.
Yes.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Even with Ashley Busch, when
Yeah.
I was like, did that rendition of her, you know what I mean? It felt like, okay, let's just like do it. And it was like, wait a second, like, did this get taken to heart? I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
no, and I think the whole time she knew. And,
Yeah,
like,
she didn't care.
But
She
yeah,
never
Ashley
cared.
didn't care.
I think what happened was then behind the scenes, and this is what, because Trish is going to come on too another day. Trish said that they would be like, oh, so-and-so said this about you. Oh, so-and-so said this. Like, I didn't know at one point Trish, like, wasn't really, like, around or saying much. And she was like, well, I thought you were mad at me because they said this, and that. And I was like, that never happened. Are we serious? So, yeah, I mean, that whole thing was crazy. But I just want to clarify, on air, we had discussed what to say.
We were in on it. Yes, we were. We were.
Can we talk about the shot then? Because that was
Yes.
the same thing.
Your
Oh
favorite
my
shot.
gosh.
The
Shot.
amount of criticism I got online for that.
That was
Meanwhile, I went up to Sam. I'm like, Sam, the producers want me to do this. I don't want to do this. This is a bad look for me. I would never do this in real life. I don't think I should do it. And she's like, well, what are they saying? And I'm like, well, they're saying we have to do this to build the storyline, blah, blah, blah. And Sam's like, well, like, I know you wouldn't do that. If we got to do this, we got to do it. Like,
And then it was just, but then they took you drinking water and kept showing you like sipping it. As
It wasn't just a shot.
Always
it
water.
was, you guys, it was rosé. Remember they
Yes.
put rosé into it. I'm like,
Yes.
it's rosé. Like,
Yes.
They always had us like the party girls.
Yeah, they did.
And like,
They wouldn't let me be that. I always was like, I'll go with y'all. Like, I'll get in trouble too. Like, Austin.
You're like,
but
"Send
they were
me."
like, no, they made me stay in the middle. So even when I like wanted to say certain things about certain situations, they would. He like in the car scene.
Yes.
That's what comes to mind. Like,
What is
I
it?
would like do a laugh.
my gosh,
Or say
yes.
something back and be like. And that he would be like, on our radio in the car,
Like,
Whitney,
yeah.
you're in the middle. I can't, you can't say that. And I would be like, okay. And he'd be like, I'll just sit here.
And they
just
told me
not
I
say
had to be
anything.
meaner always.
yeah.
Like, especially
That one
to
time
you.
you were yelling
I
at
had
me.
to-
Yeah.
They're like, yell at her. And I'm like, go in, go harder. And I'm like, I'm already crying. I know, she was crying. And then I was like, and they're like, no, walk out. Now go in and yell at her again. And I was like, I feel really bad. And they're like, no. But they were like, she's faking. She knows it's fine. And I was like,
no, I was actually, those were real tears.
I was like,
I was actually crying then.
well, and I was like really impressed. I was like, oh, she can like cry on cue. That's pretty cool. Yep. So we all had our roles. Like,
Yeah, we had our roles.
Yep.
And
We
we couldn't
definitely
step
did.
out of
It
them.
was so hard though when it aired and you see everyone talking and I can't be like, Sam knows that the shot is fake.
Yes,
I didn't take it.
I know, but even
But you can't
that,
say anything.
I know what you're saying. My girlfriends from Chicago came in. We did a sorority girl weekend and we went to go eat downtown in Charlotte. And I was dressed like this. And I took them to a restaurant and they walked in and all my girlfriends were like, so you don't fit in around here, do you know? And I was like, it's that obvious. And like everyone was like in like the floral, like the very, very proper. And I had these like
just old
leather
money.
booty shorts on with like a secret vest and like thigh-high boots. And my friends were like, no. And they were all dressed like me.
Yeah.
But it was funny. They were like, oh, that's interesting for you. And I was like, yeah, but I'm old now, so I don't really give a shit.
Right.
Fine.
That is a good thing.
Once you have a kid, it just doesn't matter.
Right?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, speaking of outfits, do you guys remember any outfit on the show that gives you the ick?
Oh my god.
Like 90% of mine.
Literally. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
The way I curled my hair in one of the episodes, I was like,
Interviews.
Right.
Some of them I'm like, my head, what's going on?
They, mine
I
too.
curled like it was like up to here. I was
I
like,
know. It made it look like sweeter in a way because we looked like we had no idea, like
No
like
connection
you guys are
to
not even qualified to
reality.
be here. You know what I mean? Like because they would just keep curling it. Remember? Because it was like
Yes.
behind the green screen and they couldn't let any flyaways go because like it wouldn't. I don't know.
Interviews were
all on green
such
screens.
long days too,
Oh
and
my
they were on
gosh.
green screens,
Yes.
and they did try to like force you to drink the whole time. Do you remember
Yes.
that? They'd always be like,
Yeah.
"We have liquor."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
"It's 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
yeah,
I'm okay."
Yes.
But I will say we had a really good, like it's like even to this day, as much as like the chaos that was sown, there are like 3 or 4 people who to this day I'm like obsessed with
I know.
on our producing team. Do you like some of the people that we like? Shot
We had
and
some
filmed
good
with?
ones.
We had
Yeah.
some really good
We had
ones.
I still use my hair and makeup girl from the show.
Wow.
Yeah, Amy and I still work together, like
Oh my
for every
gosh.
event. Who do you guys?
I still follow. Let's think.
Like Michael.
Michael,
Ben.
Ben, oh my
Victor
gosh,
and Victoria.
Asabi.
Victoria. Yeah, Sabi.
Oh my gosh, I love
Yes.
Asabi.
I'm pretty sure Ben was the one that yelled. It's dark.
Yeah,
hair?
Ben yelled at me.
Ben
too.
yelled at
Yeah.
us.
You know, I had to yell at him back. All you got to do
Ben
is yell at
was
Ben
cheating,
if
guys.
you're watching.
Ben was so
You just got to yell at
funny.
him back, and
Yeah.
he's like, whatever.
Yeah, Ben
No,
was
he
funny.
told me that I ruined the entire show, and he was the one who.
my gosh.
And I was like, I literally, because we knew each other, but not like that well. But I was like, dude, that's like you're gonna go out there and be embarrassed. And I just remember texting or calling Whitney and being like, and then yeah, he was mad. What did Ben yell at you for? And Ben, if you're listening, we're sorry, no hard feelings.
Yes.
When
I love you, Ben.
when I was at the track with Kyle, and they
Oh,
were
at
trying to
Hickory.
tell me like what, or I think it's my race, and they're trying to tell me what to do. I'm like, look, it's my race day. Like this is filming right now is not my priority. Doing the best job I can in the race car, that's my priority. So you guys can follow me around, but like don't tell me what to do, kind of thing. And then they just like they're like, you wouldn't even be here if it were for us, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, like I need to put racing first right now. So you guys can follow me around, but don't be telling me what to do.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of mean.
So
Victoria
what about
was.
Austin. I feel like Austin was
Who
always
was
on our
Austin?
side.
Victoria's the one I remember the most. I liked Victoria a lot.
I agree.
Yeah,
She was my
she's-
favorite.
Yeah.
And Lyric. Lyric was really sweet.
Yes,
But she
yes,
really
yes,
wasn't like in the show.
Yeah.
Really.
I remember the first time I met with the producers, we were like out for lunch and I didn't have my nails done. And one of them was like, you're going to need to get your nails done if you want to be on this show. And I'm like, are you going to pay for them? Like, yeah. There were certain like little things I'm like, okay.
There was a lot of people, and they'd be in your house like for 14 hours. Like they just like camped here. I felt like.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk gifts, especially the kind of gift that actually gets used, loved, and maybe even steals the show. The holidays are right around the corner, and Shady Rays sunglasses are the perfect gift idea. Every pair is polarized, durable, and lightweight. Tons of high-performance styles that keep up with the men in your life without a big price tag. He'll think you spent way more than you did. But also, don't forget about yourself. Seriously, why not grab a pair for you too? Comfortable and stylish, they're the kind of sunglasses you'll actually want to wear every day. And if anything happens, lose them, break them, whatever, Shady Rays backs them with lost and broken protection. So whether it's for him or you, Shady Rays makes giving and getting a gift feel effortless. Practical, stylish, and absolutely worth it. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use code OVERSHARE for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Let's be honest, some of my best stories start with, so I had a drink, and spiral from there. Which is exactly why Big Rack Spirits feels like the unofficial sponsor of every unfiltered moment on this podcast. Whether it's East Coast Cooler, Trailblazing Tangerine, or Rosie's Pink Lemonade, they make flavored vodka that goes down easier than your last situationship. It's all natural, super smooth, and honestly, dangerous in the best way. No fake flavors, no mixers needed. Just pour, sip, overshare. maybe cry, maybe text your ex, definitely regret saying it all out loud. But hey, at least it was entertaining. Oh, and they're not only out here making delicious chaos in a bottle. Big Rack gives back too. Military charities, breast cancer foundations, real impact with every pour. So if you're gonna tell on yourself, you might as well do it with a drink that's worth it.
Towards the end, it got really hazy because we like quit and then we came back and then it's like, okay, you guys are upset with each other, so we have to like arrest you on the storyline. Yeah, but
we didn't go to Kurt's birthday because we actually had quit the show
Right.
for a brief moment in time, so that's why we weren't there. And then
That was a beautiful birthday party.
I know
It was
really
so
we
nice.
wanted to
Really
be there.
cool.
We did.
Yeah,
It was
But
insane.
yeah, that was the hard part. And then you guys didn't film in Chicago.
the
that was our
Nice.
role. We were
Okay, wait,
like,
let's set it up. So
Okay.
we're at the dinner. This is before the infamous fishbowl scene. And so they told you guys to go take selfies, and then they told us to be annoyed that you guys were taking selfies. Like, I think what people don't realize is every quote unquote major moment was set up, which I think if they would have just let us be, they
Yeah.
would have gotten more real drama. if you
Yeah,
will.
I agree.
Yeah. And then the viewers would have been actually invested because they would have felt that it was more
Yeah.
real.
Because what did they tell you guys to go take selfies or something?
Yeah, the guys go over there and take selfies. Yeah. We were like, say less.
I'm there. And then they wanted Ashley to be super annoyed. And then I was supposed to be like, yeah, that's so stupid. But secretly I was like, but are we going to take a group photo? I really like my outfit tonight. So. But it was funny then because then by the time you guys sat down, it was like, what we had known is you guys had shown up like 2 hours late. And then they made you guys do that. And Ashley, I think, was like a little annoyed because remember she got a chef to come and the chef's like yelling.
Oh, yes. I
And no,
forgot
we
about
had no
that.
I had no idea any of this was happening.
Yeah.
I was just so excited to be there. The house was beautiful. I was like, oh snap.
That was my first time having cold soup.
Yeah. Like there was a lot of cool things happening.
That is very fancy. Yeah.
I also remember the Gucci pillows. Did
Yes,
she have
I
Gucci
remember
pillows?
Gucci pillows.
Yeah.
The what?
Gucci, she had Gucci pillows.
Oh, I missed all of that. All I remember was the impersonation and
Oh my gosh.
but they were also like, remember they even told Trish to like act shocked because then they used the scene where she's like,
oh yeah. We're like, well, y'all aren't friends anymore.
Oh yes, that was also
because I invited
you guys
to the
were
photo
separating
shoot.
us. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, don't do Sam's boutique photo shoot.
Yes, to this day, my grandmother's like, Whitney, you and Mariel are still friends, right? And I'm like, yes, I promise you, we're still friends.
Because I was going to do it. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I told her I was going to do it before. They're like, no, you can't. Say this. They're like, I ain't doing nothing for free. And I was like, I wouldn't react like that.
Yeah.
They were like, well, do it.
That was every interview. They'd be like,
Yes.
okay, say this. And I'm
Say
like,
it like
I wouldn't
this.
say it like that. And they're like, say it like that. I'm like,
But then it's like you kind of felt like, all right, well, we invested all this time in the show,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
it's like, I mean, I'm not
halfway-
playing victim here. Like,
No.
But
I
you
do.
do. You do.
Halfway through, we all came together and was like, you know what? Let's make this show
Yeah.
number one.
But see, we should have known this in the beginning. Like, if we
But
knew
we
that this was going to be
didn't.
scripted,
Yes.
from the, you want to see some stuff, we'll give
Yeah.
you some stuff. But don't let us think that this is like based off of who we are as people, and then
Right.
Yeah.
like contort it and twist it and turn it, and you're like, wait, but this didn't happen.
Yeah.
So like, if you had told us in the beginning that we were going to like play these like legitimate roles,
oh,
we would have came
now
in.
if we did a
Right.
reality show, we talked about this in Chicago. Game on. You want,
Yes.
you want me to be the bitch? The old bitch? I got it. Like, no problem. Amber, sit down.
I mean, I think it was all our first time doing that, right? So it was a learning
Yes.
lesson for all of
Yeah.
us. There was crazy.
And reality TV's changed a lot.
And
It
wait a
has.
minute.
Yes.
Can we just like take acknowledgement of this? Like it was the first reality show of all women in NASCAR.
Yes.
Period.
And they
It was
hated it.
Y'all.
Do you know how many meetings we had about that we were going to ruin NASCAR? And I was
Right?
like, I mean, that's really a serious allegation
I know.
there.
Yeah, that's a very
Um,
serious allegation.
Really? Because part of me had to be like, I mean, have you met like our husbands? Like, they're okay to be rowdy, but like, we can't do a reality show. It was such like that was one thing to me that stuck out. I felt like it was such like a double standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so mad. Like, reality show out there, bring us back. We now understand
People
what
are
to do.
honest.
And I think you were right. I think if they had laid it out in the beginning of like, I think they sold it to us as like, we're going to portray your lives and we're going to do all this
Yes.
stuff. I wish they would have been like, look, we're going to sell some TV, get multiple seasons.
Yes.
This is your character.
Yes.
Own it, live it, do
Yeah.
it. If you're not good with it,
Yeah.
then don't do it. But it was
Exactly.
like, I would have been much better if Like, just let me know.
Yeah.
I feel like they sold us this dream of like, oh, it's going to be very like women empowerment and like
Yes.
this is the life
Yes,
of women
that
in
was it.
racing.
Yes, that was
and then
so true.
and it was none of that. And I
Yeah.
think that's why we're all like, these were not the expectations that were laid out. So
Yes.
Yes.
that's why we're all crashing out. Like,
Like, moving forward, if you would tell me to do a show, I'd be like, heck yeah. And just let me
Right.
know, like, give me a whole character rundown and I got you. Like, I'll be me in it. But, like, I think it's better to kind of know what you're getting yourselves into. And I think it would have actually done well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, at the bottom of it, like, I know, and I don't want to say that, like, we're trashing it at all because I thought it was long.
We had the time of our
It
lives.
was fun.
it was a
Yeah.
great
And
experience.
And you know, it actually did pretty good with ratings for the first couple
Yeah.
of weeks. When you looked at it, we were like 35. So,
Yeah.
so we stayed top 50 for a while.
Bring us back, CMT. We know what we're doing now.
you gotta-
Because
yeah.
that is one thing. Like, we've talked about feeling manipulated, but like at the core of it, we got to do some badass
Oh my
stuff.
God.
I mean,
Y'all,
The
we
scene-
were on a billboard in Times
Yeah.
Oh,
Square.
yeah.
It was literally like we were driving to New York because of the race was there, and somebody had texted me, was like, "Oh my God, I just saw you in New York on a billboard." We were like, "What?" We looked up. I mean, the size of the building, the Viacom building.
Well, that's what, and remember, like the production day was so cool. We were at
Oh
that
my
studio,
God.
So
the
cool.
fans
Oh
and the
my
pit
gosh.
crew that
Yes,
did our photo
that was
shoot.
so-
And
they
guess
didn't
what?
even
They
really
never
use
used
it.
I still have that video of us. It's
I
like,
know
They never used it, guys.
That was like the coolest part too.
It was.
It was so cool.
Yes.
so for those of you guys that don't know what we're talking about, so we had a whole production day and it was kind of like what the cover of the show looked like and all this media stuff. And one thing that they didn't use was they had us all sitting at like different heights. And then they had a pit crew come in and do like hair, makeup, lip gloss, still like touch us
Yes.
up and then run off.
I was holding one of these,
It-
and like
yeah.
it was pouring my champagne.
It was so
the
cool.
lip gloss, the blow dryer. Like it was so women empowerment.
It was so, yeah, because like all these guys,
All
and we
these
were just
guys were like,
and they
were
never,
pissed off. It
I
was.
saw that a lot. People like, oh, well, how come you're on
Yeah.
the show and not so-and-so? And I was like, I don't know, that's not my problem. Like,
Yeah.
because they didn't want to do
yeah,
the show.
I'm not her. What do you want me to say about
Yeah.
it? I'm hoping, like I always say, like
Make up all these new
Braxton
rules.
comes in and Keelan, like given who their dads were, I'm like, just go old school NASCAR. Like, just, but it's already like you hit it perfect. Like you have to be in this box. So Braxton did this interview. He did a dirt race. He was leading. This guy who has much more experience than him threw a slider because he knew how to do it. He's older. So Braxton goes out to his interview, pure Kyle Busch. He was like, well, I led every lap until he did a dirty slider and fed me a right rear. And before that, the guy was like, that Braxton, he's so young and talented. I'm so proud of him. And then my kid's like, yeah. And, you know, Kyle's like, man, we can't do that. And I was like, no, you can't do that. You have to be born.
sad.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Yeah, for real, you have to be. Born.
but I'm like, oh, the old days of like when they used to throw helmets and
Yeah.
like, Kyle like wrecked. Well, he like hit Harvick's car on pit road backing up, and it hit the pit wall. Like it was
Yes.
epic. And now it's just like, oh man, I'm so sorry.
Even Kyle's interviews will come across on my TikTok of like him like dropping the mic and everything's great, like all that stuff, you know, like and like because that's what brings people in the sport. They want to
Yes.
see the drama. They want to see the
actually
personality.
about
They want to see that.
Austin beat him at the 600 on a
Oh,
fuel
yeah,
mileage
yeah.
strategy.
Speaking of it, your husband.
And they were like, what do you, Kyle, what do you have to say about Austin winning? And he had his mic, he goes, congratulations. Yeah. And then he walked away, and I was like, about how,
No hard feelings.
no offense.
Exactly. I mean,
I do still think like that if we would do it again, like A, we know so much, but B, I think I wouldn't care anymore what people had to say. And I think that you would know the bigger purpose. But I think that's why I came like with the podcast, right? Like you don't feel comfortable until you're at that certain stage of life.
I think that show definitely gave us all thicker skin. And I think also just getting older, like we're all in our 30s now, like you just start to care less what people think and own who you are.
And giving the flowers to Sam, because I feel like when we all first came into the sport, especially me and Whit, you were one of the first people that we saw. And I remember we were like, who is that?
freaking out. We were like, her.
It was the
She's the
Indy race.
best.
I remember we saw like, okay, finally.
Yes.
wearing?
No,
You're like,
I,
your
I
snaps.
remember what you have on to this day, the first race.
Yes.
Kentucky, you had on a blue jean dress with white heels. Y'all need to
Y'all remember that?
in
Bring
so
that
we
up.
can see. Because we were like,
Bring
oh,
that
baby,
up.
her.
Oh, that she's a
She
baddie.
is
I
it.
love it.
Yes.
We love it.
Well,
But you were one of the first, I feel like, that was willing to constantly
You're
put
bold.
yourself
I
out
mean,
there.
for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even with your IVF stuff and
Yeah.
with Instagram, you know.
Everything.
Everything.
You were the,
thank
what's
you.
it called? What's the word? The
Making me sweat.
Trailblazer.
Trailblazer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get really uncomfortable, but thank you so much.
But and I wouldn't have ever been on the show if it weren't for you either, because obviously I wasn't a wife. And
Well, it was all Whitney. Whitney got
thank you,
everybody
Whitney.
So
started.
you, baby, the show would not have happened. He said, we can't do it with you and Mariel. We need other wives. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, here
You're
we
like,
go. We prayed. We're like, Jesus,
Yeah.
please let Sam do this.
Yeah.
And I loved you guys. I mean, that was one thing. I think you guys are so open and you're always willing to help each other. I mean, like, for example, like I wear wigs and you guys were like, I'll teach you.
Yeah.
Like,
I had to put them on, baby.
let me know what to do. Or, you know, I think what people didn't see on set is like they always said that we weren't friends, but it'd be like, hey, your hair's out of this. Oh, fix your, you know what I mean? Like we all looked out for each other. I don't know. It was a good show. There was a lot
was.
of drama.
Yeah.
And I can't
who
believe
would've thought?
how many years later people will still come up to me even and be like, oh, like I started following you when Racing Wives started. I loved Racing Wives. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I did that.
Whole one season. We're very proud of it.
Yes.
Well, I remember watching it and being like, ew. Like, because people were tweeting me like, Whitney, where's your backbone? Stand up. And I was like, oh, Lord, they have no idea. Like, they were like, Whitney, shut up.
I felt like I was just crying the entire time. Like I look at back and I'm like, I was so weak. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know, like it's cool to watch back to see how much I've grown as a person. I'm sure you guys like can resonate too. But yeah, when I cringe when I watch it. Like,
Mine also has to go with yours. They made me invite myself to your bridal shower. Do you remember me, you, and Ashley had to go to 5 Church and have that lunch, and they were like, "Invite yourself to Mariel's
Oh my
bridal
gosh.
shower."
Did I say no?
Damn.
You were like, "I don't think she'll go for that," and I was like,
I
I
hated
don't remember
this.
that.
"I was like, I definitely think she wants to be there."
Oh, God, that's so
I'm
funny.
being so
I know. I'm sorry. Okay, so a lot has happened since after the show, and we can just do surface level. I know stuff, but
not too much.
well, first I wanted to dive into. So you guys did a second reality show. Can you
Yes.
tell us how that went compared to the first? Because I would think that one. I don't want to say it was more fun, but like obviously
Yeah.
you guys are so close, right?
Yeah. That one was based off friendship. So
Yeah.
that was like we went into it knowing that they didn't want drama. There was zero drama the entire time. They wanted family and friendship and fun and just really follow our lives. Because Mariel was pregnant the whole time.
Yeah.
So
I was just like,
she was exhausted. So
Yeah.
they
You're like,
I
really
need to-
allowed us.
yeah,
to
it was
live.
great. We really enjoyed that show.
Yeah.
Well, that one looked super fun. And let's talk about it. So you guys weren't moms when we did Racing Wives. So how's mom life?
It's great.
Obsessed.
Yes.
I love it. I feel like I'm living out my wildest dreams.
I
right
don't think a
now.
lot of people know our girls are a day apart.
I know,
Literally a
literally. Lenny's girl and Bella Boo, and they're both like similar in height too. I think
Yes.
Lenny's gonna be tall. Do you think that Bella and Lenny are pretty tall?
They're
Yeah.
like very tall. And
Yeah.
it's funny because I don't know Paul that well, but when we fly home with the team, somehow how we line up, we're always, I feel like they're like, oh, he has a kid that age. So it's always like me, Lennox, and Paul on the one side because then Kyle and Brex are behind us. But he's always really nice to Lennox because, you know, it's like 2 a.m. and she's like wide awake and she's like, what are you watching?
He's so used to it. He's so used to it.
He cracks me up because he has like a routine. He brings
oh my
snackies
gosh.
on the
He
plane.
is such a routine guy.
He always comes out like beef jerky.
Yep.
Something else, but he like
Yes,
has
yes.
this grocery bag
Yes,
that he
eats
pulls
the
out.
lunch. He has a whole lunch that he has, and like he doesn't even have me make the lunch. Like he has to do it. It has to be super precise. Like the bananas have to be a certain way, the honey and the peanut butter. And I'm like, all right, babe,
You're like,
got
you
it.
do you.
Yeah, you do your thing.
And I know you guys also, so mom life's great. Do you have any stories or like, what do you think? There's a lot of moms that listen to this. Like, what is the hardest part that you guys think?
Oh gosh. Really, can I just say to all moms, just have so much grace on yourself because it is such a hard job. You're doing like the most important work in the world that you could do is raising your babies. And so just have grace on yourself because I feel like moms are just so hard just naturally like
Because we want everything to be perfect.
everything to be perfect.
Yes, and there's
they're
so much to think about constantly as moms now.
so much.
You know, you're thinking like, okay, like there's all these like pedophiles, and there's like the red 40, and then there's like this, and then there's that. Where are you gonna put them at for school? And you gotta plan ahead. Are you in the right district? And like, you just want to make sure that you're always doing the best for them. But listen, give it to God.
Yeah, give it to God and give yourself some grace, baby.
Do you guys ever get, this is one thing, do you ever get overstimulated?
2 is not for the weak.
No.
I went to the urgent care twice with Bella.
Pray.
Once in Vegas, once in Wisconsin. I don't know what happened with the hands, but it scratched my cornea. I couldn't
remember
see.
that.
Yes, I was out for like a week and a half. Yeah.
Yes.
So overstimulated.
Yes.
Like,
But
I
now-
love my family and I
Yeah,
love them.
same.
But then we got
Yes.
a puppy. And so this puppy is my shadow. And so I was in the bathroom the other day and like the dog is standing up here and Lennox she's like, can I sit on your lap? And I'm like, okay. And then Braxton just walks in and then Kyle's like, do you see this? And I'm like, guys, I just want to poop. Like, just everybody go away.
Yes.
Like it's so much sometimes. It's just like I love you all so much. Like I do want to be with you guys all the time, but like maybe not
On the potty.
right now.
Yes.
Just right this for the second.
I leave in 2 days for a much needed girls trip.
Oh, where are you going?
We're going to Vegas. Me and my friend Nikisha, we're gonna go hang out and just have a couple of days and just
Oh, that is so nice.
just like time away. Just you need it.
oh,
That's another thing on Racing Wives. They made me seem like a complete maniac. I'm like, you can't have any friends. And they're like, Mariel? Yeah, everybody will be on Twitter. Mariel, you need to let her have some friends. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, that is not how I am.
but like also in real life, do you guys not get like this? So I have a best friend, like we're like sisters, right? Same as you guys. Like we went to college together, everything. And she's really close with her neighbor. Amy, I love you so much. I do, in case she's listening. But like she's like, oh, Amy and I went here and there, and I'm like, oh, cool.
I'm that friend. It was like I'm like, oh, who was coming to dinner?
You're like, what? And she's like, oh yeah, and Amy and I took the girls, and I'm like, that's so nice. Yeah. And she's like, and I'm like, and I really love Amy. She's literally like one of the nicest people ever. But then I am mad that she's one of the nicest people ever. Cause like, I'm like, but I kind of want you to suck, like, you know. But then I'm like, oh, but I'm gone a lot, so I'm happy that my best friend has a friend here all the time. But secretly, you're like, okay, you can be.
Yes,
close.
it's like you can have fun, but like
Yes.
this
Yeah,
but, like,
amount of fun, and don't go over
Not
that.
too much fun.
But,
Not too much fun.
Like we're not gonna be like best friends,
Yeah.
right?
I think we have bested so hard that like people
Yeah.
know when if we're not together, they're like, hi, like I'm gonna sit here.
Yes.
And I won't go past this.
Like, it's fine. It's fine.
So we saw on the show you and Jordan, and then we all saw you guys later got married. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, we got married and then we got divorced.
Anything else happened in the middle?
Yeah, I have, some non-negotiables and one of them was broken. And so, yeah. moved on. But that was 3 years ago now. So
Wow.
I'm honestly, like, it was such a blessing in disguise, and I'm happier and more fulfilled than I've ever been. And I love the life that I'm building. And yeah, so honestly, like, it all worked out.
I just remember he never had a shirt on the show.
Yes, he was always sure.
They'd always send him out, though.
Yeah, they would.
They'd
They're
like, take your shirt off.
I don't think he was fighting it. So
I guess I have to.
Say less.
Are you dating anyone?
no, I'm single. I'm just, I guess, dating my career right now. I'm just very focused on my career, but I do think I'm getting ready. Once I secure next season, and this year was all about planting seeds. Like I'm probably on like 5 different projects I'm working on right now, like in different spaces. I've really turned into an entrepreneur, which I'm really enjoying. I love business. Thank you. I'm going to New York today to speak at Advertisement Week, so I'll be speaking in front of 40 CMOs.
Wow.
And I love business. I love the business side of the sport. I love racing. So
You always
I'm really
have.
enjoying. I have.
I
Yeah.
remember the first time we ever met, you were like, I do all my own sponsorships. I do my marketing decks, everything.
I do everything. Yeah. So I thanks, babes. I've just been really enjoying life, and once next year's plans get solidified, I think then I'm like, you know what? I think I'll be ready for a man. But I settled once before, and I won't settle again. So.
But props to you for saying that. These are my non-negotiables.
Yes.
And it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The BFF t-shirt.
The BFF shirts. You know, I should have brought those back. You know, I still have my Racing Wives bodysuit that you made me, and I almost wore it on the show.
There was a Racing Wives bodysuit?
She made me one with an
who
18.
made us that?
Oh, it was one of those, was it LTK designs? No.
Was it Juliana? Somebody had made us that, so I didn't make that.
Oh, well, I gave you
can't take
credit
off.
this whole time.
Oh.
I was like, Whitney made this for me.
Oh.
She like screen printed it.
They, like, the way they did it, too, they just had, like, it on the screen. Like, all right, I was sitting there and was like, Mariel, what does this make you think?
Oh,
No,
my God.
It was like we were inside my basement during the time.
Yes,
Like,
she was
what
with
do
a
you think
Jessie.
about this?
Oh,
Yes.
wait, so you didn't know. Okay, because I
didn't
remember.
know.
Because you were right. They did sell like on a lot of, women empowerment, and they did for us. Like, they highlighted
they did.
our foundation. They highlighted
they
my
did.
store. So, like, I cannot complain.
Also, the edits that they made from like I guess you guys had multiple versions, but like from the second last one to the last one was a lot better.
Yeah.
Yes.
I felt. Do you remember that?
Yes.
How they made us reshoot more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was
But
better.
they had us go out and do this whole photo shoot, and I invited Whitney and Mariel, and then
They told me to say no.
Wait, the 4th of July one?
the 4th
Okay,
of July
yeah.
shoot. And then at the very end of the night, they were like, Sam, Whitney, put on these BFF shirts. And we were like,
Me and Sam was like, I'm not getting in between
I
this.
was like, I really don't want to do this. And then I was like, can I have Ashley wear it? And they were like, no. And then I was like, we tried every which way.
We did.
And then we're like, fine. And so then we wore the shirts.
Yes.
And then I guess they
yeah,
showed
they
you
showed
after.
it to me.
Yeah, and I knew. I was like, oh. I was like, I would be big mad.
I was like, yeah, so they're like best friends
Because it
forever.
feels so real.
Even if you know it's fake, it feels so real.
Because me and Mariel had a fight in the show.
It was a fake fight, and you were so sad.
To this day, it like haunts me in my dreams because like I would just freeze because I'd be like, oh my God, like this is, it would just feel real.
There was a lot of times I totally agree that
like,
I was like, I didn't know what was real versus fake.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the KBM fan day, like we both were like, okay, what's real, what's fake right now?
Wait,
Because
can we actually talk about that?
Yeah.
Because I'm
They
going to
set
give you
us
my
up.
side, and then I want to know your side.
Yeah, they set
Wait, this
us
is
up.
actually really interesting.
This was a stressful day.
That was.
I remember I cried all the way home. I was like, I don't want to do this.
So we had our actual big KBM fan day. So there is like a ton of people there, and all of our truck drivers were signing, Kyle signing. It's this whole thing. Well, they had set it up. I had told them we'd be done with signing at noon, and then Amber and I could film our part at like 1, because we were like, I was like, I want to eat lunch in between, being honest. I'm gonna be hangry. And in the middle of signing, all of a sudden Amber sits down with the drivers, and
Also, they told me to come in way earlier than you thought I was coming, right?
that must have been.
Yeah.
And then the producers are like, Amber said that she's a KBM driver and she's signing, and she didn't have anything to sign. And I was like, that's awkward. And then you were signing, and then I was like, wait a second, because then Noah was like, oh, sign my hero cards. And I was like, no, that is not a woman empowerment. Look, I don't like that. And I was like, this is so awkward. And then they kept feeding me stuff, and then I just got mad, and I was just mad.
Yeah.
And then they kept I think they kept telling us different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then I went in and had to talk to you, and then you started crying, and then they pulled me out, and then they're like, no, she's like fake crying. And I was like, okay. And they're like, go be mean. I was like, oh, okay. And, all right. And then afterwards, we kind of looked at each other, and we were like, are we really fighting?
No, after
I'm
that, we
confused.
were like, I was like, can we go talk off camera
Yes,
for a second?
and you undid your mic.
Yeah. Because
Uh-huh.
I was like, is this real right now? Like, are you
Yeah.
like...
And I was like, I'm so confused.
Yeah, we both were confused. But okay, so from my side, I got there early, and I was like, I'm asking the producers, why am I going there? What's the purpose? What should I wear? What do I need to bring to prepare? Just show up. Sam will take care of it when you get there. Okay, so I show up early, fan day, whatever. Then someone goes, Amber. So one of the drivers had to leave early, which left a seat open, and it was beside Noah, and like me and Noah were friends. Yeah. And so I sat beside Noah, and they're like, Amber, go sit beside Noah. And I was like, I don't know if I should. Like, I'm not like signed with KBM yet. They're like, no, go sit beside him. I was like, okay. So then I sat beside them, and then as the fans are going through, they're starting to recognize me. And they're like, oh, can we have your autograph too? And I'm like, I'm not supposed to be signing. I'm just like chatting to Noah real quick, but I started signing because I'm like, not going to deny them an autograph. And then so that's when I think you had your dad come grab me or something. And then we went upstairs and we were kind of like, because I was told to sit down.
Yeah.
And then I had people asking me to sign autographs. And so I did. And then she was like, no one told her to sit. So it was just.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and it was weird because Kyle was like, what is she doing? And I was like, I don't know. I was like,
But I was
know.
told to sit. And I was very much like, whatever people tell me to do, I'll do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
See, that was, I think, the hard part.
That
But now,
was.
like, looking back, I'm wondering if they did all that because they knew we weren't going to give them the drama that they needed to keep
For sure.
the show
For
going.
sure.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like, yeah, we could all be, like, annoyed by some of it, but then now knowing it, I'd be like, give us the drama. Like, you want drama? Great. What table should we flip over?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? Where are we going with this?
And at least we could all be on the same page about things. Like, I think we started to figure it out that, all right, this is what they're doing. Like, we started to figure it out a little later on, but it would have been nice to know a little earlier.
I do wish, though, that they would have dove a little bit deeper into the drama of our real lives, also, aside from everything, because I think a lot of us had a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, like whether it was, you know, getting married or like we were starting IVF stuff again. Like, I think that there might, and like I know with Kurt was like doing a different team and he was super stressed and that was like stressful for both of them. Like, I think that there was a lot there that
Yeah.
could have been
And
expanded.
even Ashley being a polo rider, like, that's so badass. Like, they didn't really talk about that at
I
all.
hated going on those horses so much.
Oh my God, I loved it. I
Yeah.
thought that whole
Oh, yeah,
experience
'cause
was
they
so
went,
cool.
remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot
Like
about that.
that that was probably one of my favorite parts of the show was like, because it was my first time on a private jet. I got to go on their jet, and then we like flew into Ashley's estate, and it's an estate.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's
there's like
gorgeous.
workers everywhere, and then there's barns and polo fields and this beautiful home, and I'm just like, am I in a movie right now? Like, this is so cool.
But Ashley has a bunch of horses. Okay, well, Ashley plays polo, and you're an adrenaline junkie. You're a race car driver. And they were like, Sam, get on this huge horse. And I was like,
used to ride too,
I don't
so.
want to. And then Ashley was like, you have to hit it. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, that sounds so mean. So these two are like galloping down the field, and I'm making circles. And then Ashley comes up and like hits it, and I'm yelling at her. I'm like, don't hit the horse. And she's like, that's what they're meant to do. And I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. And so they played a real polo game, and I literally remember I was in the corner, and my horse was just making circles.
No, I loved it because I rode horses as a kid, and I've always loved horses, and I love learning new sports, and I just thought it was so cool that Ashley did that, and I wanted to try it out.
I love it. Well, this was super fun. I think we all even learned a lot today.
Yeah.
Yes.
And anybody listening out there, season 2, here we come.
Here, let me get my DMs. Where are they?
Right? Wow, this episode had a lot. I feel like I even learned things that I had no idea either happened in the show or how the show started. So I hope you guys thought it was really great too. And yeah, I definitely think we'll bring on the other cast members, and who knows, we might get a season 2 out of this.